Welcome into the podcast here today. My name is Michelle Sinclair. I am a divine healer, so this means I help people heal physically or emotionally, all kinds of things, because there is nothing that the divine cannot do. So all that you experience in your life is the manifestation of your habitual thoughts and words. It literally makes or breaks your lives, your health, your possessions, your relationships, and your happiness. All the things that you so earnestly and rightly long for, they're yours. But they don't appear to be yours because they're hidden under all your mental structures, your beliefs, your opinions that were either created or handed down by your ancestors and their ancestors before them. And it's high time that you, as many of you as are capable of taking necessary action, can launch into a wholesale reupholstering of your mental program. And strip away the myths, strip away your fears, your despair, your frustrations, your anguish, and wake up and stand up and realize that they are all in your mind, born of your personal mental conditioning, and get rid of them. Life will bring you into prosperity, joy, and fulfillment only to the extent that you can rid your minds and emotions of old ego thoughts and feelings. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "I came to bring you life more abundant." Jesus came, and he's coming now, to awaken you to the fact that life within you grows you, first of all. Then it grows your plans and your hopes, your expectations. It brings to you all the necessary assistance to enable your plans, your hopes, and your dreams to grow in the right and perfect way, which will bring life to other people also. It enters into your difficulties and brings healing where your heart is sore or your body succumb to illness. It mends catastrophes in your life in the same way as it heals broken bones and fulfills all your needs as they arise in a perfect way. And life, unlike human beings, maintains a system of order in all that it undertakes to do. Now, if you want to live life more abundant, make a clear form of your dearest wish in your mind. Take it to divine consciousness and silent meditation and ask, and here is the secret. Give sincere thanks that you are receiving, because your request now is filled with life, and it must come into manifestation exactly in the same way as a seed grows when it's put in the earth and watered. Wait and give constant thanks for receiving, and never doubt, and you will receive a very clear answer. Now, true belief is a relatively rare condition. What is true belief? Let me tell you that I gained true belief when I had a moment, a burst of insight, and experienced the love that they speak about in the Christ letters. Now, this love is interconnected, and you could even think of it like the movie Avatar, because that's very similar to how I experienced it. It came into me in such an overwhelming way. I couldn't even, and I can't even, because you've never experienced it unless you've experienced it. You can't describe something that you've never really experienced before, other than I could say, if you could imagine what perfect love would be, which is very hard to understand perfect love, which is why I'll explain it to you here. Now, perfect love means perfect health, perfect nourishment, perfect provision, perfect care, perfect kindness, perfect gentleness, perfect compassion, perfect. There's nothing about it that's not perfect. And I'm telling you, the reason why it's so hard to have faith in this is because we're humans and dealing with other humans, and none of these other humans that we're dealing with are perfect. Unfortunately, they don't display this perfect love. And so because we haven't really seen it, we don't necessarily believe in it, right? This is the whole having faith thing, right? I can't see the wind. No, I can see the effects of the wind. I can see things blowing through. There must be wind going on. I can feel the effects, but you can't actually see the wind. This is like the love and how perfect it truly is. And it was at that moment that this love flowed into me that all doubt was gone. And I'm telling you, every freaking little tiny ounce of doubt was just gone. I understood it on such a deep level that I thought this is it. And there's nothing that isn't this. And the only thing that interrupts this is the mind. And when we can truly wrap our head around it, that the only negative things you experience in your life have come to you because of the mind, you will then want to gain mental mastery over your mind, and you will want to heal your mind. But you'll want to do this with kindness and with gentleness and with grace. Because you will see that you are part of that love, and in fact you are made of it. This is why we are made in the image of our Creator. We're made perfectly. So think about this. You break a bone. What do you have to do to heal that bone? Well, maybe you need to go to a doctor for him to set it in the right place. If it was all screwy, you put it in the right place, and then what happens? Then what do you do? Well, you don't do anything, do you? You sit there and you just wait. You wait for the divine to do its perfect work, and for some reason, miraculously, perhaps because there's only love that exists, it goes off without a hitch, and all of a sudden your arm's healed up and you're perfectly fine, and you'd never even know that there was a break that was there, other than perhaps the part where broke now has grown back stronger. Now, what part did you play in that? None. You literally did nothing. Your body healed itself, but what you were witness to was the love. And if you had an injury and it did not heal properly, then I guarantee you introduced your mind into it, and you thought, I don't know if this is going to heal right. Ooh, this feels this way. And all of a sudden you started getting those habitual thoughts and patterns in your mind and your thinking, and it interrupted the perfect divine flow that was flowing to you at every single second into your body without you even acknowledging or knowing it was happening. But you interrupt that flow. Now just imagine that this love is coming to you in waves constantly all the time. It's flowing to you, flowing to you, flowing to you, flowing to you. But it's energy waves. Perfect, beautiful energy waves. Now, you are energy too, and you have energy waves. And so you could be just sitting there and imagine that these love waves are constantly flowing to you. But you have your own auric field. And so now, perhaps in your field, you are sitting there and you're meditating and you're in the love. And you're just thinking about the love, and is this the beautiful time, beautiful thing? And so all of this is flowing to you constantly, second by second by second. You're experiencing it. This is why, meditation can be such a wonderful thing, because we really can put ourselves into this state and calm our mind and put ourselves into the love state. Now, I'm not only talking about meditation, but this is my example right now. So you're sitting there, you're meditating, and the love's flowing to you. And you're not interrupting the flow, because you're not sitting there thinking about what you got to do later and all these things and this person who made you angry and all this other stuff, because you're meditating. So your whole purpose of that is to calm the mind and to get into connection with the divine. At least this is mine. This is what I do. So this beautiful love is flowing to you. Okay, so it's flowing to you, and you're maybe now experiencing it, which is why you leave your meditation, you feel really uplifted, you feel calm, you're like, yeah, it's going to be good. Going to go get after it, get after the day. Then something happens. Maybe you get a phone call. Maybe you remember that thing you were angry about. Maybe you remember that thing that you wanted to pay for, but you thought, ooh, I don't want to spend that much money, or whatever it happened to be. And then pretty soon you start introducing life, your reality, back into it. And now your energetic field is no longer just receiving this love that's flowing into you. It's sending out its own resonance that's not love, it's sending out different vibrations, different frequencies. And so what's happening? This love is still constantly flowing to you, but through your energetic frequency, your imprint, you are sending out your energy, and it's disrupting that perfect love that's flowing to you at every single second, every single moment. Now, sometimes we can get so embroiled in our thinking and in our thoughts, and they are so opposite of the divine love that's flowing into us that is completely counteractive, and we have created our own reality through our own thoughts. This is what we do. And so our life is a manifestation of the habitual thoughts that we have going on through our mind. And so because these thoughts are your own, and they're not necessarily in alignment with the divine love, you then begin to experience the things that are not in alignment with the divine love, because it is your mind, your habitual thoughts, that have introduced it into your life. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And you so wish that you could stop it. And you're thinking, how can I stop this? Because you're right, I know it. Well, take it to divine consciousness and ask for the perfect solution. And as you do this, you will have an insight that comes to you. Maybe it'll say, hey, go over and listen to that mental cleanse series. Maybe it'll help you to work through some things. Because I got to tell you, I was working on myself for years and years and years and years and years and years and years before the enlightenment came. But it was after I found the Christ letters, my study of the Christ letters, and my habitual thoughts geared towards that, and my seeking, my ever seeking, that is all I want. It is the same. It's the same every day. All I'm doing is seeking that love, and because I expect it, I get it. So if somebody comes to me and they need some kind of physical healing, well, the reason why when they come that they will leave and be healed, depending on their faith, of course, it is always dependent upon that person's faith. You can be healed in this moment, but if that person wants to use their mind and introduce something other than the love back into their life, they have free will and they can do so. And so they will, and it will manifest in their body. This is why when Jesus healed, he said, "No, go and sin no more," meaning stop doing things that are in the opposition to the divine love that's flowing to you every second, constantly. Now, Jesus knew these things. When he would heal people, what he was doing, what these people were witness to, was the perfect divine love. So like I said, just imagine this love flowing to you all the time, these energetic waves of this love flowing. But it is our mind that repels and pushes it away through our habitual thoughts. And we reject this love, not knowingly. We don't even know we're doing it. We're just doing it by having thoughts that are not in alignment with that love. But Jesus knew this. And so when people would come to him and he would see somebody who was crippled and this and that, well, he knew that the only reason that they were in that condition was because of their mind. So he helped them to correct their mind, and what he did was guide them to an enlightenment like he had experienced himself, to show them at the deepest level that, yes, my darling, unfortunately, but very fortunately, you have done this to yourself. And because you have done this to yourself, you can correct it. And here's the way. It's done through perfect love. Now, perfect love, if you were to imagine that perfect love, there would be no hurt, no illness, no sickness, no anything that would be in that perfect love, would there? No, because it's literally perfect. So the only thing that could interrupt that could disrupt that, would be the mind. Now, I want you to take whatever your dearest, sincerest wish is, whatever it is that you want, because it wants you to, and it's already yours, and it's only been your mind that has kept that thing away from you. I want you to take that sincerest thing, that hope, I don't know what it is, we're all different, and take it to the divine, and ask divine for the best solution for you, for some clarity about it perhaps, or something, whatever it is that you need. And as you do this, you will then give sincere, grateful, beautiful thanks to the divine for having delivered you and given to you exactly what it was that you asked for. Now, as you do this with no doubt, and just know it is just a matter of time before the divine provides to you whatever it is that you ask for. And when you can do this with no doubt, which I understand, can be difficult to do, but when you can do this with no doubt, it will manifest for you just like that. Now, if you have doubt, the reason why you have it is because you have not experienced that love at its fullness. So here's what I would suggest for you to do. I would suggest for you to start by asking the divine to show you that love. And when you fall asleep at night, make the request, Divine, I really need you to clear away the mental shackles that are clouding this love from being in my life, that are clouding me from being able to experience it. And I see when it came to me. I saw when it came to me. It was because I had forgiven, and I had forgiven so deeply, and I was seeking with sincerity connection with the divine. I was seeking with sincerity. This is the only thing that I want in the whole entire universe. It's the only thing that I want is this connection. This is it. This is all that I want. It's all that I want. It must be mine. It must be mine. I know it. I know it's meant for me. Because I would have these bursts of insight. I would see it and it would be there for a few moments, and I would know, and I would get this clarity, and I would think, okay, I'm on the right track. I know it. I'm feeling it. I'm experiencing this. This is otherworldly. This is mystical. This is amazing. This is something. And then very soon, because of my environment that I was in, it would dwindle away, and I would start to doubt myself, and I'd think, oh, maybe that didn't really happen. Oh, I don't know. But even though I knew that it did, it was pushing me forward and making me go out and seek. I want this, and I want it full time. I want it full time. And so I go out and I go on my own spiritual journey where I go by myself for several weeks, up where there's no Wi-Fi, there's no nothing, and it's just me and my Christ Letters book and my computer and my video camera, and I go up there and I do work for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I record content for you guys for a whole year. So I've done that for a whole year before. And I will get this stuff done. And as I go up there, I went up there with the intent of, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back until I get the enlightenment. But my whole purpose of going up there was to forgive someone who had grievously harmed me. And I was just wanting to die, wanting to end my freaking life because it was so terrible, the thing that had happened. And I couldn't even wrap my head around it. I didn't even know how to live my life. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. What do I do? And so I go up there, and within, I don't know, it was almost immediately, I found forgiveness. This is for my ex-husband because of what he did to me. And I found forgiveness for him. And I felt this uplifted feeling, and I thought, wow, I've actually forgiven him. This is amazing. This is amazing. And that enlightenment did not come at that moment. It was part of the process. So then it came later. It came later after I forgave myself. Because we can forgive other people. You'll notice, it can be hard to forgive other people. If there's someone you need to forgive, you must do it, my darling. This is why we're here. You must do it, or you're going to have to do it next life. You're going to have to do it all over again with that same person. It's going to happen all over again. You have to forgive. But as difficult as it is to forgive other people, which, trust me, you want to do this, it's the biggest relief you'll ever have in your life. You'll feel light, you'll feel happy, it'll completely change you. But to forgive your own self, this can be a very difficult thing to do, right? We can forgive other people, we can make excuses for them, but what excuses do we make for ourselves? It's just a different ballgame. But when I came to that part where I repent and forgave myself, it was then that the light came to me. And it came to me in such a way I did not want it to end. I just was like, I can't. It was like you were high, the highest you've ever been in your life on some drug that doesn't even exist, and it's the best thing you'd pay for it. You'd pay for it. But you can't. You have to get it yourself. You have to gain it yourself through getting rid of everything that it isn't. And it's worth it. And so that night, I had been in this state for several hours. And I was told to go to bed because the divine's bossy like this. And I was like, what? Dude, I don't want to go to bed. I want to stay up like this forever. But it was probably like 3 a.m. at that point. And I was just told, no, you need to go to bed. You need to get some rest. You're going to need it. So I was like, okay, I guess I got to listen. And I went to bed. And when I woke up the next morning, then that state that I had been in, I wasn't in that overwhelmed, amazing state anymore. But I had all the knowledge and all the information from it that I had gained. And I had no doubt anymore that it was real. So I went out and I went for a walk, and as I'm walking, I see this tree and it's calling to me, and I'm like, okay, I better go over there and touch that tree. And I had been reading about tree hugging. I'd never done it before, but I was intrigued. And I'm up and I'm by myself, northern Canada, nobody around there. Forest to myself. Besides all the animals, I'm sure, that were hiding. And so I go over to this tree and I put my hands on it, and it tells me, because I was carrying my phone, it said, well, put your phone down. So I put my phone down. It said, well, now take your shoes off. So I took my shoes off, and it said, you can put your head on me, it's okay. And so I had one hand on either side of the tree, bare feet on the ground, and I go to put my forehead on this tree, and good thing it told me to do that, because I would not have done it, because there, bugs and sap and things like this. I wouldn't have done it. So it said, it's okay, you can put your forehead on me. So I take my head and I put my forehead on this tree, and at that exact moment, all of the love that exists was flowing through my body. And it was this that cemented getting rid of any doubts for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. It takes one time of experiencing this, and it's gone for the rest of your life. And then when people come to you and they need some kind of healing, it's a joke. It's a joke. You're not even sick in the first place. Here, look, you're healed. It's done. It's already done. And then you send out this joyful, grateful thank you, because you know the work is already done, because the only thing that actually exists is love. And what a crime it has been that we have been suffering for as long as we have, believing that this evil that is in the world is real. And it is real because we have allowed it to be, but it is not. It is our free will. It's our choice. We choose to feed it. We choose to give into it. We choose to believe in it. And because we believe in it, we feed it. And it manifests. And we gain more of it in our life. And it destroys our lives. If you would only but believe in the love, it can heal everything. It can heal all things. There is nothing, not one thing that it cannot do. If you just believe in it. It is belief. It is belief. It is belief. And it is your habitual thoughts that continually go on throughout the day. Those are the things that push it away. Those are the things that reject this love, that destroy it, because it presents to you something that you manifested 10 years ago, and you say, well, look at this thing. This isn't love. Well, yes, because you created it however long ago, and it's so long ago that you forgot that you even did it. And then we believe in it again, and then we expect it again, and because we believe our tomorrows are going to be the same as our todays, they are, and they are, and they are, and they are, day after day after day. If you would only but believe in the love, it would be all you experience. I love you guys, I know that much. I'm very thankful that you tune in here day after day. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing this channel with your friends. I love you all so very much. This is what I have for you here today. I'm going to leave you with this. I want you to take your sincerest hope, your sincerest wish, and take it to the divine. Write it down, even write it down, and take it to the divine. And as you take it to the divine, I want you to have the happiest, most joyful, thankful celebration. And as you take it, so take it there with this thankfulness, with this joy, with this happiness that the divine is already going to give you the solution. It's already going to provide for you the answer. And just take that uplifted thankfulness into that prayer or meditation or whatever it is that you want to do. And take it with you. And take your belief with you. and ask the divine, whatever it is that you wish for, add this to it. Divine, I must experience that love that she's talking about, so that it can rid my mind of every tiny little ounce of doubt that I have. And as you take this with your sincerest wish and you ask with no doubt, the love will be shown to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. It is a guarantee that when you ask, that when you request and you do not have any doubt, it will be given to you. It will be given to them, whatever they ask for, if it is sincere with belief and with no doubt. It will manifest instantly when there's belief. Miraculous things happen when there is belief present. Let this help build your faith up here today, my beautiful divine darlings. I love you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow.